Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Hamii here, bringing you our first official episode of You Choose, I Use, the series where you leave a class recommendation in the comments below, and I will use the top-rated loadouts when I record the next episode. Well, last week's video didn't get as much attention as I thought it would, and this type of video requires as much interaction from you awesome people as possible. So I hope you guys enjoy, and make sure to drop some epic classes down below in the comments, because this week's entry was pretty awesome. I'd like to say before we hop on into it, we just hit 26,000 amazing new subscribers, which is just mind-blowing to think that we've welcomed 15,000 new people into our family since Modern Warfare was released just over 2.5 months ago. It makes my day every time I see that. So to all 26,000 of you legends, thanks. And if you are new, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button and join the Ham fam. With all that love you've been showing us this year, I should have a PC finally, so no more crappy Share Factory audio or video quality. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, it's finally over. Just be patient, guys. So that should be here by the end of January, hopefully. Oh, I can't wait. So getting on into this week's entry, it couldn't have been any more perfectly done. The man, Chaos Etika, I'm sorry I probably butchered that, came through. He recommended that we use the Kilo 141 with the Forge Tac Ultralight Stock, Recon Grenade Launcher, 50 round magazine, APX-5 holographic, SynGuard 16.6 inch SOCOM barrel, pairing that up with the X16 as our secondary, with the Vanguard Elite barrel, monolithic suppressor, 17 round magazine, stippled grip tape, lightweight trigger. For the perks, we'll be using the old Quick Fix, Kill Chain, and the Spotter, using the old Simtex Lethal with a stun secondary. And for rerun dry on that ammo, we just pop down that ammo crate. Now he said this would be an awesome representation of a Special Forces soldier's loadout. So thank you very much, Mr. Chaos. That was an absolutely amazing submission, and that's how you guys do it down below in the comments. So I'd consider myself fairly gun savvy, but before this game was released, I had no idea what the Kilo was. When I first saw the weapon, I assumed it was just one of another made-up firearm, but I was wrong. The Kilo turns out to be the H&K 443, a newly announced planned replacement for the G36 service rifle for the German armed forces. I've seen a lot of people calling the Kilo the ACR along with the M13 the Honey Badger, so now you know that just isn't true. I might do a video about the M13 talking about how it's not the Honey Badger, but maybe. We'll see how that comes in the future. But from what I can tell, since this firearm platform is such a new piece of equipment, there is not much information out about the 443. It does seem to share a lot of similarities with the G36 and the 416 rifles, which are both also made by H&K, which is, I can tell you right now, one hell of a weapons manufacturer, and it's also probably my favorite manufacturer too. There are multiple variants of the 443 planned to be released. Some shooting the 5.56, which would be your main variant, I would imagine, which is the same as the M4 or the M16. It's also a 300 Blackout variant, which is a subsonic 30 caliber round that hits a little bit harder than the 5.56 and not as hard as the 7.62s, but it's really good for suppressed weapon systems because it's subsonic, so it doesn't make a sonic boom when it travels through the air, which is pretty cool. Also, there would be a 7.62 by 51 and by 39, which are basically like what the Scar shoots, and the AK-47. Now, I'm just intrigued, to be honest, in the coming years what's going to happen with this 443. Since there's not much to be known about it yet, I'm curious to see if it'll be adopted by the Germans or not. Now to talk about the Kilo in Modern Warfare, what you're really here for. Now, I know for a fact that the Kilo in this game shoots at 779 rounds per minute, which is it's not fast, but it's not slow. It's up there with, it's pretty quick shooting. But I know in real life that it does shoot around 700 rounds per minute, so it shoots quite a bit quicker than it would in real life. But for this loadout Mr. Chaos gave us here, it is a really cool looking gun, you have to admit. I think I'd be pretty dope running around with this on the battlefield. I like the sight. But I probably wouldn't recommend the holographic sights on these. I'm just not a real big fan. I think it zooms you in a little too far. Now, the interesting to say, I have never used the recon grenade launcher before this. This is definitely the first time that I've had to use it. So this is the first time I've ever shot one out, and I can tell you I probably never will use it again. I think it's definitely just a gimmick to bump up the amount of attachments that are in the game, because every time I shot it, I never really saw it mark anybody. As you can see here in the gameplays, I played Ground War on, I think I played 3 games, and I got this farm map each time. So you can shoot it in the buildings where you know people are at, and I don't think it ever really marked anybody. But the longer barrel, I think, is a good option on this gun, because it cuts down your vertical recoil, which is kind of needed on the Kilo, because that does have a lot of recoil to it. It also increases your bullet velocity, which is really nice too. As for the 50 round mag, I'm not a real big fan of the extended mags myself on the 5.56 guns. I don't know, I'm a run and gun player though, but if you like to use this gun at a distance, it's not too bad, because it does increase your aim down sights time. I do believe, at least it's supposed to, some of the guns don't statistically, which is kind of weird. I don't know why it'd be like that, but it is nice for like ground war games. When you have multiple people in front of you, it does help you deal with multiple targets at one time, which is pretty nice. But as you can tell with all these attachments, I think every single one that I've named off that we've been using does increase your aim down sights time, which is kind of rough in this game, because most guns already have a really slow aim down sights time. So the buttstock that we're using, the Forge Tech Ultralight, is nice for the aspect, because since we're not going to have a fast aim down sights time, you might as well stay aim down sights most as you can. So this stock does increase our movement speed while we're aiming down sights, so it does allow you to be a little more aggressive when you're aiming, which is nice. I do like that. It reminds me of the old Stalker perk from back in Modern Warfare 3. And when I was using this gun, I guess I did try to use the Glock, but I don't think I got any kills with it. I don't know why. Just not a big pistol guy. But I tried playing Ground War. I'm not a big Ground War fan, but I knew since this gun was gonna have a little slower aim down sights time with not that quick of a fire rate, that I was probably going to want to put myself in as much room as I could between me and the enemy. So Ground War is a pretty good place to do that, since you have good long range engagements. I did have fun using the class, Mr. Chaos. I do appreciate your comment, because I had a good time. I probably would never use a class setup like this, but it was really cool running around feeling like I was a Special Forces soldier. But I did use I think I used Kill Chain. I had a few recommendations on the perks I could have used. I used the Kill Chain because I definitely go for kill streaks for sure, and I just like to loop those. I used the Harrier, White Phosphorus, and Gunship, which are pretty awesome kill streaks for Ground War if you're going for kills. You can change the Gunship out for Advanced UAV, which is nice. But I know on the Farmland map that White Phosphorus is pretty awesome, since all the flags are in one big line, as you can see here, which is pretty cool. But besides that, the Kilo, I never really used the Kilo too much. We got a gold. I think it was the first gun we got gold. Nope, that's a lie. I got the FAL gold first, and which was not very good when it was out. But the Kilo, I believe, was our second gun we got gold, and I don't think I've ever used the gun since then. I don't know, it just seems like the M4 is just a lot better to me. If I had to use the Kilo, though, I'd probably set it up very similar to the M4, the class setup that we have. I would definitely run no stock on it, because it just makes you so much more maneuverable with a faster aim down sights time, which I think is really crucial in this game. And I'd probably run, I don't know if I'd run the iron sights. I do like the iron sights quite a bit on this gun, but I'd put on the longest barrel. I'd probably put on like a Ranger or Merc foregrip to help cut down the vertical recoil as much as possible. And I'd probably put on we could put on probably the stippled rear grip tape, help with that aim down sight time even more. And maybe, maybe the tack laser for faster aim down sights time, or like sleight of hand. I think that'd be a pretty good class setup with this gun. So thank you, Mr. Chaos, again for getting me out of my comfort zone, making me use a gun in a class setup that I'd never used. I did have a lot of fun doing this, so I hope that you guys all take his lead and see how you make a dope comment that so next week I can make you guys a new awesome episode. Hopefully have a good time using it. So make sure you drop your class loadouts that you would like to see me use or maybe use down in the comments below, and hopefully they gets top rated. Or if you don't want to leave a comment, just scroll through there and see if there's any loadouts that you'd like to see me use, and drop a like on them so they become most recommended. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, and hope Hope some of you subscribe to the Ham Fam, because I can't believe that we're already at 26,000 subscribers. That's just, again, just absolutely mind-boggling to me that we've amassed 15,000 new people to our family and have a new audience, because our streams and videos are doing really, really well. A whole lot better than I thought they would. So I can only imagine how much better they're going to be doing whenever I get this PC here in a couple weeks. Hopefully the video quality is just going to be out of this world. Have a nice 1080p 60 frames, maybe a face cam, amazing audio with a compressor, so I don't have to, you know, talk real quiet. Oh, sorry. As you can see, my amazing audio. But all right, guys, but I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm gonna let this gameplay finish up here, and I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to drop a like on the way out. It helps the video be recommended greatly, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Enemies have echo. Friendly counter.